Hello everybody, we have a box opening today. It is a Hot Wheels basic case, end case. And this is a good case. We've already done a case report on the blog and we've showcased the Ford GT already, which hopefully is in here. This package just came today. This case from A&J Toys. As always, there's a link to their site down below in the comments section. Definitely worth checking out their store, ordering the case if you need it. Also some of the premium lines, there are good cases, there's good stuff to buy there over at A&J. So let's just get right to it. Open this thing up, see what is in here. And if you haven't seen the case reports, go to the blog. We got those from Wheel Collectors, and then you can just look at this. Alright, so let's get started. We'll go 3 by 3. And we start from top to bottom, the Tanknator, which I think is a recolor, and a recolor of the Porsche Carrera GT. I like this one a lot. And the Porsches actually come in yellow several times. First year it debuted, 2006. It also was yellow in the Speed Machines line, and I believe a third time. I could be wrong. This is either the third or fourth yellow version. The difference is it has that that stripe up on the top. So the Carrera keeps coming. That's fine, and I like it with those gold wheels. All right, next up. Sticking all right from the top. 65 Pontiac GTO, 2 of those, plus the Hot Wheels High Bus. I think the Pontiac is a recolor, and yeah, it wasn't this the school bus at one point, or the cool apostrophe cool bus, but it says Hot Wheels High now. You guys can tell me that, I don't know. Alright. It seems very similar from that first group of 3, but this is the Tanknator at top again. And then 2 more yellow cars, but it's not the Porsche, it is the McLaren P1. Recolor from the blue version earlier this year, and it has the more gunmetal color wheels, which I like on it. I think it looks pretty good. In yellow, I've been collecting that casting, so I'm happy to see another color. Alright, Speed Dozer Turbot and the Renault Sport RS. We've seen all the, well, I think we've seen all of them. I don't know. But the Renault is the most interesting one there, right? But we've already seen that from the last case, the M case. I think we've seen all of these too, right? The Chevy Blazer 4x4 and the 70 Camaro. Just looking to see if anything is different. I've always liked the 70 Camaro casting. Alright. For those of you who care about these things, there is another minecart in this case, because I know people are going to be looking for that one. Then the again at the top, the custom Ford Bronco. I think that's a recolor, right? Wasn't it maroon? And the Fast Cash, which, if you didn't know, serves as a money clip. Alright, Velocita, which is in a soccer livery, I think. No, maybe a racing. I don't know. Olympics, right? Olympics livery. Olympic. It's not licensed, but Olympic theme, type theme. And then recolor of the 69 Dodge Charger 500 in kind of a lime green and mint green. I think that's pretty nice. Alright. Blade Raider Corvette. Oh, so it's the Corvette, right? Wasn't there a Viper that looked just like it? So, and the Howlin' Heat. So this is the first version. I think this is new for this case. I think when I first saw Wheel Collectors do it, I just assumed it was the Viper. But both of these cars come from that time when they were really sloping the chins up, kind of distorting it. This one has that sloped chin, but it looks good in that livery. So kind of a cool style here. I can move in a little bit. Kind of a cool style there. So that focused well? I don't know. Let's see here. There we go. So that's the Corvette. So didn't even realize that. That's kind of cool. All right, Speed Dozer again. Let me back a little bit. Speed Dozer again. Another Porsche down at the bottom, and in the middle a recolor. How nice is that, of the Ford Shelby, the GT350R. We featured the blue version with the Ford GT yesterday on the blog. Here it is in red. It looks really, really nice. I think this casting, I think the consensus among everyone has been that this was one of the better castings they did this year. It may not be everybody's favorite car, but it sure is a cool one. So, all right, this is, I think, for many the highlight of the case, the 2017 Ford GT, and maybe we'll break one of those open here in a second. But I'm looking if I actually have one. So we'll feature it here in a second. But the Ford GT comes in that liquid blue. That liquid blue color that was, I think the theme here is that we talked about on the blog yesterday. Ford debuted 3 of their performance cars. The Ford GT was the big one, but they also debuted the Ford Raptor and the same Mustang, the GT350R, at Detroit last year in 2015, and all of them shared that liquid blue color. And the Focus RS did too. In fact, there's a Focus RS right here. I'll just cut ahead here. So they put the Focus RS here in the end case as well. So the Focus RS actually came with that same color, but they didn't debut at Detroit. So I think they're just doing this Detroit trio. The Focus RS being more, I mean, it's selling here, but it's been more of a European car. So I can't remember the name of this blue. I remember I mentioned it in the blog, but that has been a signature blue for the Focus. So yeah, it doesn't share the same liquid blue as the others, but I think that's kind of cool. So that's a little bit about that. Nice to see the Focus still in this case as well. And then the last 3 from the first half, Mad Props, Epic Fast, and the What's Up. I think the Mad Props is a recolor. I think. Alright. No, we're not going to try it. Well, maybe we will. Alright. And you saw that happen, right? Okay, so there's a third one that's back there in the back. We'll find out what that is. But right now, Ford Shelby Cobra Concept. I know that's a recolor. I can't remember if it is fresh from this case. Alright, another Mad Props. And then a Formula Flashback, which I think is a new casting. This is supposed to be kind of an old school race car, I guess. And next, the Beatles Yellow Submarine is still here. So those of you who are still trying to find it, you will find it. I'm pretty sure you will. That's the 3rd batch, I think, that it's been in. Plus the Bone Shaker in green. That looks pretty good. Alright. 3 Mazda Miatas. So I'm sensing a pattern, right? I think there's only 1 or 2 in the last case. Now there's 3 in this case, which is nice because, you know, they first come out, people get really excited about them. They might grab more than they probably need. But I think by the time they roll around in the next case that they'll be fine. Oh. Okay, I don't think these were in the wheel collector cases. I think the BMW was. Huh. So there's the BMW. But when wheel collectors got their case and we did the case report, I don't remember seeing this. Do you guys remember seeing it? I didn't get it. I didn't order it because it wasn't listed. So in this case, at least, there is an Acura NSX recolor in red. I didn't even know it was coming. I don't remember it. That's kind of cool. Maybe we'll put that one aside for a little showcase. In fact, I'm going to put another one here aside too. Next up, I think holdover from the last case. BMW M4 in white. Front rear tampo. I love this casting. Yes, it didn't get the black stripe that is on the card. We talked about that last time, but doesn't look like they're going to try and change it. Another BMW and the What's Up. The Driftsta, and then the BMW. Before I get to the BMW, a little shout out to my niece, Saya. My brother took some cars to a family reunion. I gave him a few, and Saya really wanted this one, but her cousin grabbed it before she did. So Saya, this one's yours, okay? That's yours. I'm going to save it. I'm going to see you next week, and I'll give it to you. And then here, probably the one I'm most excited about in this case is the BMW 3.0 CSL race car. Thinking about Saya, I kind of blanked a little bit. In black, different number. It was 68 on the last car. It's 16 on this car. I think we'll open that one up. Look at it. Alright, Lotus Esprit, MR11 or 2, MR11, and then the Dodge Charger. Holdovers or just repeats in the case. Here's the car that fell out. So the Dodge Coronet Super B, I think we've seen that one before, right? In orange. What is this? Maximum Leeway. Alright, another recolor that I think you're interested in. Not the Quick and Sick, not the Bullwhip, but the Honda Civic. It's late when I'm taping this tonight. CRX. Honda CRX in white. We'll get into that one. And lastly, you'll be happy to see this. 3 of the holdover, the Nissan Skyline GTR. People have been really excited about this one. From the Need for Speed series. And obviously it was in the M case. Now it repeats in the N case in a 3 count. So you'll be able to get that for sure. Alright, so there are several models we're going to showcase. But instead, I did it last time, I showcased them, but we'll split this into 2. You've seen the case. We'll come back. That's Saya's car. We don't want to do that. And we'll make sure that the cars that are most interesting, I think for my viewers, Mustang, the Acura, BMW, and the Honda, and I'll look and see if there's any others that I missed. Of course, the Ford GT. We'll look at those. We'll do a little showcase on the video. That will be part 2 coming in a little bit. Talk to you later.